Joshua is in Arizona. Hey, Joshua, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Can you hear me?
Barely. How can we help?
So I have a question about career. I went to a trade school, and they had promised me a job afterwards, which I did accept, but I got let go from the job, and I feel cheated from the school because I felt like they didn't train me correctly.
Why were you let go?
They said I couldn't perform the job properly.
And do you agree with them or disagree?
I disagree because I got with a different company and they trained me correctly. And even my trainer, I'm a truck driver, and even my trainer said that I should somehow fight the school or maybe talk to Congress.
No. So you're successfully employed now doing the thing that you went to school to get trained to do, driving a truck, correct?
Yes.
So you called us, why?
Because I wanted to know, because I felt like I got cheated from the school, if that makes sense. Because
be specific.
Well, wait a minute. You didn't learn to drive a truck there?
No, they just teach you how to pass the test to get your license. They don't teach you on the road stuff, right, and things like that.
Their promise was to help you pass the test, or their promise was to teach you on the road stuff.
To teach me on the road stuff as well as pass the test.
Were you ever on the road?
With the company that...
No. With the school.
Not with the school.
While you were training, you never drove a truck?
In the yard, but not on the road. They have a little yacht where they train people.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, I think you need to get real specific about what you were promised. I doubt you're going to win this, but if you wanted to see an attorney is what you would do. Congress can't help you. But sure, you could talk to an attorney and ask them if you have been misled. You obviously feel misled, but I think if I never drove a truck outside of a parking lot where I practiced, I don't think I would consider myself a professional truck driver. I would consider myself a guy who had driven a truck in a parking lot and had passed the test. So even if they promised you that at the time you left the school, you knew you didn't know how to drive a truck over the road.
Right. And that's where I feel sort of cheated by them.
Well, you said you lost your job with the company they placed you at, correct?
Yes, and that company owns the school.
Okay, but you were let go because
they own the school?
Right.
And they hired you to drive a truck after they knew they didn't train you to drive a truck?
Yes, because the company has a separate training program that you go through, but my trainers slept in the back the whole time while I was driving, and I tried to explain that to them, but they didn't care, and I got let go. And
let me tell you, you can do what you want to do. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. I'll tell you what I would tell you to do. You can do what you want to do. There's two options. One is you can talk to an attorney. Or two is there's a part of this you need to own. You didn't drive a truck on the road, and you knew that. You were driving with instructors who were sleeping in the back, and you knew that. So you knew that you didn't know how to drive a truck. And yet you went in and took a job with that knowledge. And so this is partly on you. If you go to get training and they're not training you, you're supposed to stop and go, hello, I'm supposed to be getting trained. Not wait until afterwards when bad stuff happens and blame it on them. Now, granted, it sounds like they're a bunch of screw-ups, but you walked right through screw-up land and never said a word, dude. And so you need to own some of this. If I were you, I would own my part of it and go, they're a bunch of screw-ups, and I let them do it. And now I know how to drive a truck, and I got a job. To heck with it. I'm going on with my life. I think you're about to waste a whole bunch of your emotions and your energy. And I think this is a life lesson. It's not a legal problem. But you do what you want to do. Your other option is to contact an attorney. I don't know, Ken.
3 words. Let it go.
Yeah. Move on.